Got a lot of people in here.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully not too many tough questions.
I'll try.
All right.
Give me 1 second.
All right.
Okay, if you just want to give an opening statement, and then we'll open for questions.
Yeah, Wright State's a very good team. It's tough to – the record doesn't show it, but like we told our team, the nucleus of that team, minus one or two players, went last year and won the conference, went and won the first round of the NCAA tournament, hung in there in the second round. It was almost a Sweet 16 team last year. And majority of those players are still here. Now, they have a different coach. They're playing a different style. But when you have that kind of experience, that correlates into the opportunity to beat anyone. And, you know, just last week they were facing off against one of the top teams in our conference and had them on the ropes as well, too. So it's one of those situations that when you look at it on paper, you think that, oh, you know, we're going to put away a team like that pretty easy. But as a coaching staff and as a team, we knew this team, if we allowed them to hang in the game, would make it an entertaining game down the stretch, and that they did. And they threw some things at us that we weren't prepared for. They threw some things at us that we thought we were prepared for, but we weren't. And that's the thing that, you know, we got to make sure that we come out better to start those games and don't put ourselves in a hole like we did in that first quarter and have to claw our way back out of it.
Coach, only up one at the half. What was the message to the team at the half?
The message to the team at the half was to dial into each other. This was an RMU game. This was a game that we had to grow as a team and send that message. We've always been built on our defense. We told them that the defense was going to be what won us the game, and they came out in the third quarter and set the tone with our defense. They were an entirely different group. They held them to 6 points, and it was something that we really felt that energy in that third quarter. But the hard part is reflecting on the game. We didn't hold that for the whole second half, and that's a tough thing to look at.
Coach, three straight wins in the Horizon League for the first time in the team's history. What has that been like through this streak so far, knowing that you guys can continue to build on that?
It's been about staying steady, and that's the toughest part. Is we talk a lot about developing what the great ones do, and the battle is when you win, you think the table's set for you. You think that you know what it takes to win, and you're just going to go out there and keep winning. But that's not the way it goes. And that's what we're teaching them, is that when you do win, you actually have to come back and work even harder to attain that success again, because the other team scouts you in what you did well. And that's where it's a tale of a different team every single game. And with technology, you know, our opponents are watching us play every single play that we've played this season. They know when we win and why we win, and they know when we lose and why we lose. And there's nothing to be hidden, and we don't want it that way. We talk about development with our team. And that's the biggest part about it, is that can be the most debilitating feeling, is when you feel like you've achieved that moment and you can relax. But you can never relax. You can never do it. And that's the part that we continually instill in them. And today was a moment that we came in with our foot off the pedal, and I think they were up 7-2 to start the game, and we had to learn from it. We had to grow. We didn't start the game prepared and with the mindset to attack the team that we needed to. And luckily we had a bench that came in and gave us some energy and brought us back right away. And, you know, hopefully we don't do that much more, or it's not going to be a good situation going forward.
Sol Castro finished with 15 points tonight. She's had double figures in the 3-game win streak. What can you say about the way she's developed since the Green Bay loss?
She's really focusing on doing the little things well. And we actually talked about that in the locker room after the game, but the most impressive stat that I have is that she had 0 turnovers. And she played focused for that entire game on doing the little things well. She didn't force action. She still needs to continue being aggressive, continue rebounding, but she always seemed to stay in that realm to where she stayed dialed into what the team needed. And that's something that she's been working on a ton, is that development, that growth, and being prepared for that next moment. And as an athlete, it's tough when you make a mistake, because a lot of times it can avalanche into more mistakes. And we're really focused with this group about, you know, no one shot a perfect game ever in basketball as a team. You know, no one's ever been 100%. You're going to miss a shot. But after you miss that shot, will that affect you negatively, or will you learn and grow from that? And that's something that this group is starting to learn through the hard knocks and through the positive moments too.
Coach, Mackenzie Amelia had 2 threes today, both of them at important times to end runs for Wright State. How much do those inject life into the team going forward in the game?
It's always good when you can hit threes. So it definitely helped to stop their runs, and that's something that I'd like to have our defense stop their runs a little bit more. But in those moments, she did a great job. I remember the one coming out of the out of bounds play, and it had that feeling that we were relying on the outside shot, but it was there consistently, and that's the thing that we have to be dialed in to what the defense is giving us, and then being prepared for that moment. And that's things that we got to continue growing with. We do have a young group that is continually learning each day, and Wright State threw something at us defensively that we haven't seen from a lot of teams, so we knew it was going to be a unique learning experience on the fly, but I thought that they handled the moments pretty well throughout the game. Good question.
You had a lead as big as 17. Wright State was able to cut it to 4. Would you say that was due to like lapses in defense and just effort, or was it Jana Robertson she had 27 tonight and she went off?
Yeah, it was definitely Jada had a really good game, and we knew she was going to come in and shoot the ball a lot. That's her MO. That's what she does. She carries her team in those moments, and we lost track of playing team defense against her. And the message that we had a lot is that, you know, if we can remain a team through the good and the bad in these moments defensively, we'll come out okay. And in their runs, as we're going to open the office and watch it after this, I'm sure that it was a lot of it was we were losing fact of the team aspect of stopping her. And she's a heck of a competitor. Watching her on film, she out-rebounds centers in our league and out-rebounds people 2, 3, 4 times off of 2, 3, and 4 people around her. She'll out-rebound them and does it consistently, and it's amazing that she does that. We knew that coming in, but for her to have 27 and 8 and draw 7 fouls on us, she really liked playing us.
How does it feel to get that third win in a row as a coach?
It hasn't sunk in yet. It's nice to do that. We're achieving things that we haven't done in a while. It's good to get our program back. We're building towards what we were in the NEC. It's something we take a lot of pride in, and is the rich tradition that we've built while we've been here, with me being here since '09, Coach B being here since '04, and developing this program into what it is today. And, you know, switching to the Horizon League has brought its challenges, its learning curve, but this group has that ability to continue building day by day and hopefully get us back to where we were when we left the NEC. And that's something that, you know, myself as a coach, our coaching staff, Coach B, it's a day-by-day process with that. And that's something that some days are better than others, but it's something that, you know, it's a step along the way. And something, you know, each of those milestones mean a lot, but, you know, my mind's already racing to our next opponent and how we can fix the holes that we had today to be prepared for Sunday.
Off of that, what's the message going into Sunday?
We got to dive into NKU, start better, be prepared to have that mentality to start the game, and it's about doing what we do and being RMU. And that's the big thing that we talk about a lot is, you know, the opponents will change, but can we be RMU through the good and the bad? Can we be consistent? And that's what we're growing towards. And today we had moments of consistency, but we've got to be able to do it for 40 minutes. So, good question.
We good?
Thanks, guys.
All right, thank you guys.